Excuse me, are you? Oh, you are. Hi. It's so nice to finally meet you. Well, I mean, meet you in person. I know we spoke on the phone and texted a little, but wait, does it technically count as meeting someone if you do everything except see them in person? I mean, we read each other's profile and saw each other's pictures and we heard each other's voice, but for all we knew, one of us could have been scamming the other from a Nigerian internet cafe and... I'm rambling, aren't I? Sorry. I guess I'm a little nervous. Well, I don't think any scammer could mimic your sense of humor. You look really nice. Is that a peacoat? Wow, I haven't seen one of those in a long time. You wear it well. Oh, thank you. I bought this dress about 2 months ago for an event that ended up being cancelled, so I figured this would be a good occasion to finally wear it. Oh, no. This isn't a necklace. It's a choker. It's an accessory that hit its peak around 1900, courtesy of Queen Alexandra. Well, it's supposed to be tight. It's called a choker for a reason, you know? I'm glad you like it. I have about 20 of them, actually. I rarely go on a day without wearing one. Oh, the hostess is waving us over. I think our table's ready. After me? My, how chivalrous. Oh, thank you. This is a nice place you picked. Cozy, nice, dark ambiance, great view of the river, and honestly, I have been craving seafood for weeks. But I think we ought to start off with some cocktails. What do you say? Oh, come on. I do not need to be buzzed to find your stories interesting. I mean, our first phone call lasted over 3 hours. I think it's safe to say I find you perfectly stimulating while in a completely unaltered state of mind. But it's Saturday night. Let's live a little. Don't worry, I have a good head on my shoulders. Most of the time, anyway. Oh, the Spirit of Granada. Sounds good. Pomegranate juice and orange liqueur, topped with Prosecco. It's at the bottom of the menu, near the center, just after the wine list. No. Other side. No, it's here. I'll show you. Right there. Oh! Ow! Oh! Ow! No! Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to go. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through, please. Oh no. Oh no. The stupid choker. I had it on too tight. It just freaking snapped. No, please. Don't come any closer. And Don't look at me. I just want to get an Uber and go home. Okay? Please. I just want to go. Oh, my purse. Thank you. Oh, and tissue. Yeah. I could use that too. What? Oh, no. I'm not badly injured. It did kind of hurt a little when my head landed on the table and rolled across it and over the plates and silverware, but, well, your lap was soft, and since my head kind of rolled down your leg and bounced off your shoe before it reaching the floor, it could have been much worse. You know, most women only need to worry about figuratively losing their heads on the first date, not... Yeah. I'm, Dullahan. You know, English folklore, an evil spirit with a detached head, riding a black steed, and typically using some poor bastard's spine as a riding crop. Well, aside from the detached head part, that's all just a myth. I'm mostly German and Spanish. I have maybe one drop of Irish blood. I'm totally solid, not an evil spirit, and I've had exactly one horseback riding lesson in my entire life, which I hated. The horse bucked me off and I never tried it again. I know I listed my species as human in my profile, but there wasn't even an option for Dullahan, so I figured human was the closest thing. Humans are basically Dullahans with stuck-on heads, right? I know I should have told you, and I was going to. Seriously, I had it all planned out. When we spoke on the phone last week, I was going to just very casually mention what I was, and then see if you'd still be okay with going out. And if you weren't, I would have totally understood. You would have not been the first. Being a Dullahan isn't like being an orc or a goblin or a cyclops. Oh sure, not all humans would be into dating them, but at least their heads aren't accessories. Right after we introduce ourselves, the literal next words out of my mouth would have been, "Hey, so did you ever read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow?" But then you made me laugh. And then you made me laugh again, and again, and again, and I was having such a great time getting to know you and feeling our conversation flow so effortlessly. I mean, we spoke for over 3 freaking hours. I just thought you were so sweet and charming and funny, and I wanted more of that. I didn't even care what you looked like. I just wanted to squeeze out one nice evening with you before I took the risk of never seeing you again. I guess I should have quit while I was ahead. Yeah. I figured we could use a little joke to break the tension. Good to see you still have your sense of humor. But anyway, there's no excuse for what I did. I lied to you, I embarrassed you, and now you're consoling me in the middle of a parking lot while I'm holding my head in the crook of my arm like a damn football. I'm so sorry. So, like I said, I just want to get an Uber and What? You want me to stay? You're telling me that after all of that, on top of me lying to you, you still want to have a date tonight? Have you lost your head as well? Well, yes. Of course I enjoyed our phone date. It's a little cliché, but we really did have some chemistry, didn't we? You're really okay with this? You're really okay with me being what I am? Well, yes, I would love to, but I can't go back in there. No, I can't. Not after that little show I just gave them. Please, I would be so embarrassed. Oh, all right, but would you hold my hand? Just to make sure I don't make a mad dash for the door again. Okay. Shall we bring this to a head? Yeah. The thing about a date with me, it opens the door to so many puns.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there. This is probably the best lobster roll I've ever had. How's your po' boy? You were not kidding about this place. I will definitely be eating her again.
Oh, yeah. Trying to eat or drink while holding my head is way too much of a juggling act, so I usually do exactly what you're seeing now. I just set my head down next to my plate and feed myself from there. Oh, the blue flame emanating from my torso? Well, it isn't actually fire. It's not combusting anything. It doesn't burn. Heck, it's not even hot. It's room temperature. It's, well, it's like a... Oh my god! You write science fiction. It's like a wormhole. Anything I eat or drink just immediately goes down my throat and into my body. Doesn't matter how far away my head is. Well, no, that's not true. I do need proximity to my body in order to control it. It's like making sure you have at least one bar on your phone to have service. I don't mind those questions at all. They make me feel like a headless movie star. Do you have any more? The hardest part of being a Dullahan? Honestly? Arm fatigue. No, totally serious. The human head weighs about 5 kilograms, or 11 pounds if you prefer the English system. Try carrying that weight around all the time and sooner or later it catches up to you. No, I wasn't born a Dullahan. You know that one drop of Irish blood I alluded to earlier? Well, that drop is the last remnant of one of my ancestors. A Celt from Western Europe who was a druid of the Cult of the Severed Head. It was sort of a Celtic paganism that, understandably, never really caught on. So this druid, my ancestor, apparently did something to really piss off the other members of his clergy. As the story goes, he was ritualistically beheaded, and a curse was then placed upon his bloodline. Every so often, one of his descendants will become a Dullahan. I was born completely human, with my head attached and everything, but the day I came of age, it was an adjustment. Oh, no. Don't be sorry. It was difficult at first, but I've discovered that there are advantages. I can be in 2 places at once. Sort of. I can keep an eye on my students if I need to step away, and it makes getting ready in the morning so much easier. I usually just put myself on my lap, and with a carefully placed mirror, hair and makeup are a snap. I still did all the things I did before. I still ran track, still danced ballet, still sang in my church choir, and I even joined a summer acting troupe, which I'm still a part of today. You would not believe how many parts I've been given because of my condition. Mostly dramas in which I play a murder victim or a martyr sent to the guillotine. But hey, that's show business. Also, no guarantees, but I might be giving a TED Talk next year. You would think being a Dullahan makes my job harder, but actually, it makes it a lot more engaging. What can I say? Kindergartners are very easily impressed, and if their teacher can do a magic trick like take her head off, it pretty much guarantees their attention for the entire year. In fact, what I like to do on the first day of school is gather my students around in a circle and ask them, "Okay kids, what's something that makes you special? What's something amazing about you that makes you different?" Well, then I step into the center of the circle and say, "Here's what makes me different." I pop open the clasp on my choker of the day and abracadabra. And then I hand my head off to a student and No, I do! They take turns passing it around and telling me something different about themselves. It helps them understand that none of them, regardless of species, are ever too unusual to belong or to make friends. Just my way of bringing the class together. I always swear them to secrecy though. Our principal knows I'm a Dullahan, but if he found out what I was letting these kids do in class, he'd... have my head. Well, in all fairness, dating has a completely different set of rules. Outside my career and hobbies, socially, I don't know. I guess I haven't fully owned what I am yet. I mean, if a girl with a detached head does some acting, it's cool. If a girl with a detached head dances ballet or sings in a choir, it's artsy. If a girl with a detached head runs track, it's inspirational. If a teacher with a detached head teaches children, it's engaging. But if a woman with a detached head goes on a date, it's awkward. Isn't it? Okay, that's true. I guess I'm still me, regardless of whether my head is stationary. Well, let me ask you this. If the roles were reversed, if you were a Dullahan, would you feel at all weird going out with someone who wasn't? What? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I wouldn't mind. I was just scared you would. Hey, my initial duplicity notwithstanding, I was being completely honest when I said that I wanted to experience more of our chemistry. It wouldn't matter to me if you were human or non-human. Of course, I mean that. I enjoyed getting to know you. I enjoyed learning about your life and exchanging stories about our careers, and I was looking forward to tonight. And I'm having a great time. Thank you very much. All a relationship needs are two people who are attracted to each other, care about each other, and support each other. I wouldn't care if you were Dullahan. As long as your brain and your heart and your spirit are where they need to be, what difference would it make where your head... Huh. Wow. I walked right into that, didn't I? I really had a great time tonight. Thank you. Not just for the really great time, but thank you for running after me when I tried to escape out of pure embarrassment. Thank you for being patient, kind, and understanding and not judging me. Thank you for making me feel special. And now, thank you for walking me home. Well, yeah, of course I was nervous. I told you I was. You? You sure didn't seem nervous. But that's sweet. Thank you for taking a chance on me. Oh, come on. Any girl would take a chance on you. Okay. You're right. I'm respected as a Dullahan everywhere else, so it doesn't make sense for me to pretend to be otherwise. You don't have to bite my head off. Oh my. I forgot how chilly the evenings can be this time of year. I should have worn a coat. Oh, no, you don't have to. Well, your coat does look awfully warm. Okay, if you insist. This is gonna sound a little weird, and maybe even a little serial killer-ish, but would you hold my head while I slip it on? I just don't like to set my head on the ground. I'm always afraid some wild dog might come along and run off with it. That actually happened once at summer camp. Thank you. Here you go. Oh my god. This coat is so warm. Thank you. I'll take my head back now. What? Are you serious? You want to carry my head for me? Okay, but I'm telling you, that fatigue. I'm sorry, but do you know how weird this looks right now? You're holding your date's head in one arm and her hand in your other. No, I'm not complaining. Just stating the facts. Oh, well, yes. I would love to see you again. How about next weekend? I know this lovely little goblin-run tea house. They make wonderful sandwiches and paninis. Then, after that, we could see a show at the local playhouse. They're running Much Ado About Nothing until the end of the month, and I know the director personally. I can score us some really good seats. And let me treat. Alright? Okay. It's a date. Oh, we're here. Well, thank you again for a wonderful evening. It was great to finally meet you in person and make sure that you weren't a scammer. I will definitely be texting you. Or if you want to chat some night after I'm home from work, that would be nice too. So, we will for sure have that second date, and... What are you... That was the real reason you wanted to hold my head, wasn't it? I really like you. I need to head inside now. I'm singing in the church tomorrow morning, and if I'm late, heads will roll. Trade you for your coat? Well, good night. Here, let me just hold my head up to your... Who's texting me? Leave the choker at home next time. I don't want to go out with anyone or anything other than the woman whose company and kisses I thoroughly enjoy this evening. I'm way ahead of you. Blushing smiley face with a heart. And send.